Hello, my name is Maria from mathmammoth.com. In this video, we're gonna solve a word problem and write an inequality for it. Now, it's true, you probably can solve this word problem without an inequality, but the purpose here is to practice writing and solving inequalities, so let's do it that way. Rick wants to buy an electric bike. He can spend at most $1,300. One store has a bike for $11.95, plus it has volleyballs on sale for $24.95 each. If he gets the bike from this store, how many volleyballs can Rick buy with his $1,300 in addition to the bike? Okay, now when we start writing an inequality, or if we were writing an equation, either way, we need to define our unknown. So what is unknown in this problem? Does it state it just directly? It does, because it asks us how many volleyballs can Rick buy. So that's our unknown, our variable. So we start out by defining our variable. Let n, or any letter you like, let n be the number of volleyballs that Rick buys. And then we can look at the cost. He can spend at most $1,300 and the volleyballs cost this much each. So the total cost is the bike, $11.95, plus these volleyballs, how many? N times this $24.95. And he can spend at most $1,300. So that means that this total cost here has to be less than or equal to $1,300. You can solve this by using the less than symbol. It'll work just fine that way too. But I'm going to use the less than or equal since that is more accurate. It more accurately represents this particular situation. And to solve this, okay, what would we do? Just like in an equation, we will first subtract the $11.95. I will also write this here in the other order, in other words, as 24.95 times n, since that's more customary. Then we subtract $11.95 from both sides. It disappears from here, and here we get 105. The next step is to divide both sides by 24.95. And this will be about 4.2. But of course, he can't buy 4.2 volleyballs, right? So this would mean that he's able to buy 4 volleyballs and to spend at most $1,300. Now, it also says, show the solution on a number line and explain it in words. I actually already explained it in words. He can buy 4 volleyballs. But let's draw the number line. Our variable is less than or equal to 4.2, so we would want to mark the number line so that 4 is there and 4.2 is there on the number line. Let's see. Like that. And then 4.2 is somewhere here. Less than or equal would mean I draw a solid circle there. And then n is anything less than that, anywhere here. So then I draw a line. Like that. Now, in some situations, you could continue this line here past 0 to negative numbers. Mathematically, that is true. In a real-life situation, he could not buy -1 volleyball, so it doesn't make sense. So we could leave it like that. Okay? So we have our number line, we have our explanation, and the solution. Everything is done, and I hope this was helpful.